So one of my pieces of advice for people is to not apologize right away. And what I mean by this is when your partner comes to you or is sharing about some sort of hurt or offense or complaint, if you just immediately go to, I'm sorry, they likely won't feel heard. They won't feel empathized with. Sometimes that's enough, but if you're getting resistance, if your partner keeps bringing the same stuff up over and over, or is upset with you about apologizing, or saying you never apologize, or thinks you don't mean it, the reason could be is that you're missing the empathy that they need. When there has been some sort of experience for them of pain, of hurt, of wound, whether they imagined it or it was just misunderstood, whatever, if they've gone through something that has hurt them and they are talking to you about that, I can't overestimate the importance of listening to that, letting them explain what went on, what they were thinking, how it felt, everything they went through before you would then take some ownership and apologize. Now, some people apologize really quickly because, well, they think they were wrong. They realize they made a mistake and they just want to own it quickly. And they think that is the best thing, that the whole point is to get to the apology. And so we can just get there right now. But again, you're missing that empathy that your partner probably needs you have to understand what they went through before they can even hear the apology. Some people apologize really quickly to make the whole conversation go away. I want to be done with this. I don't want to get into another fight. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to listen to you go on and on, whatever it is. And so if I apologize, maybe you'll just shut up almost, right? So some people are apologizing quickly to just sort of shut the conversation down. And some people have such an instinct to just apologize and feel like they must have done something wrong, even if they don't understand what it is. They're so used to sort of, I don't know, placating, taking responsibility, that their knee jerk response is just to apologize, to maybe almost partly to reduce their own anxiety. Whatever the reason is, you are much better served hearing your partner out, being willing to climb into this experience they are describing for you, understanding why it was painful and exactly what went on for them. And a lot of this is it's their own filters and their own meaning making and their own, they've to some degree created a lot of what's been painful around this. I mean, not always. It's a balance, right? Sometimes you've really done things that were hurtful, but other times it's how they took stuff. But it still matters, even if they just misheard you. Sometimes we move to an apology or an explanation quickly. Let me save you some pain and trouble by just telling you what I actually meant. But again, if someone, for instance, if somebody thinks they were insulted, they went through the entire emotional experience of being insulted. If somebody thinks they were abandoned, they went through the entire emotional experience of being abandoned. So even though they may not be right, like accurate about what happened, that is the experience they had. And we can care about that. It's actually really important that we care about that and that we make the space, take the time, create that container for them to describe what it was they went through and why it was painful, and to get some empathy around that so they really feel heard and understood. Then you can apologize for any part of that where you feel like you did something wrong. I kind of draw a distinction between, gosh, I'm so sorry it was like that for you, versus I'm so sorry I did something I wish I hadn't done. So you can have a lot of empathy and compassion, like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad that that's what it was like for you. And I totally get it, why you were so upset. Like, not every one of these situations needs an actual apology, meaning I wish I had done something different. I'm taking accountability for that. But whatever is going to come at the end of the conversation, have it come at the end, after you've heard them out, after they tell you that you've gotten it. Like, it's really helpful to actually say, do I have everything? Am I missing anything? Is there anything more you really want me to understand about what this was like? Then take some accountability and apologize, express that empathy and care, or maybe the two of you can sort of strategize about how do we avoid that misunderstanding in the future. But whatever the situation is, if you're jumping into apology really quickly, that's why it's not going to feel fulfilling to them. And that's why you're not going to feel like you're getting the recognition for the apologies you're making.